Well, I know you two in the commentary box, and certainly I and Danny, it's a bit of all our yesterdays, all our yesteryears, because we'll have seen pretty much all of these superstars strut their stuff over the last 20 and more years in Champions League finals, in FA Cup finals, in last days of Premier Leagues, and who knows what else with club and country, of course. Just catching sight of Joe Cole in the distance there. Glorious in canary yellow. But you're right, Cafu, of all the players actually have come out to warm up, maybe with Dimitar Berbatov, they both looking very fine fettle in that team. I think Cafu's kickers are, oh sorry, beg your pardon, it's Kaká's kickers, this is me getting the teams wrong at this stage. Cafu's challengers, I think they're up against Figo's fighters very shortly. There's the likes of Bridge and Bosingwa and Essien amongst their lineup, so it's pretty impressive. Marco Materazzi's already entertaining the crowd by knocking most of the balls that were lined up to warm up with into the crowd. So whether they get any of them back, we shall find out shortly. But it looks like we are not far away from a start here. Reds v Blues, Figo's fighters and Cafu's challengers in this first semi-final. A reminder that it's 20 minutes, and if they are level after 20 minutes, it will be a penalty shootout, and that will be best of 3. So feast your eyes on these stars of not that long ago strutting their stuff once again, and to describe the action for us will be Aaron McLean alongside James Fielding.
Matt, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the City of London and to Somerset House here, just a long throw-in north of the River Thames, a place that is steeped in history, though not too much footballing history, not recorded at least anyway. These two have a bit of history between them, Cafu and Luis Figo, the two captains of the first two semi-finalists we're going to have a look at here, as Figo's fighters take on Cafu's challengers. Two star-studded teams of winners from decades gone by, ahead of the Champions League final taking place 12 miles northwest of here in just over 24 hours' time. The referee for this is Tom Amber. All of the referees for these matches have been selected by BAMREF. Their aim to give a voice and support to all officials from Black, Asian and mixed heritage communities who've experienced racism, discrimination and exclusion. They're ensuring to engage with the relevant footballing authorities to hold all relevant parties accountable. And we are underway. It is Cafu's side in the red. It's the Figo's fighters in the blue. Aaron McLean watching this alongside me as Essien tries to tee one up and coming close to the opening goal of the game. Wayne Bridge was finding himself in nosebleed territory.
Well, the biggest surprise so far is that Dimitar Berbatov seems to be playing centre-half. You know, I would have expected him to be stood up top, waiting for someone to fire a ball into him so he can show us that lovely first touch that he's got. But it seems like Wayne Bridge and Berbatov have swapped positions.
And that's quite funny because we were looking down the squads before we got underway, and Berbatov just about the only out-and-out number 9 there. Yeah,
he's the only striker, but it seems like he wants to... Maybe he just wants to float around. You know, he started off at the back, but you can see he's not there now.
And Salgado puts in the opening goal. Two Real Madrid icons helping out one another there. Roberto Carlos with that delightful ball over the top, and Michel Salgado rounding the goalkeeper David James to slide in the opener.
That's why you don't have strikers playing in defence. As soon as they have an attack, Berbatov nowhere to be seen. Salgado, easy one to just slot past David James.
David James might be a bit disappointed with that, I think. Found himself outside of his penalty area. Still plenty of time. Here's Michael Essien. Both teams do have a couple of subs as well that may well need to be used at various points throughout the afternoon here. Robert Pires there, you can see, and Cafu has inexplicably missed. How did he not put that one into the net? Here's Berbatov. And Cafu again, great save by him. And it bounces off the bar and nearly crosses the line. No VAR in operation here at Somerset House. So we continue with Bridge. Back into Essien. And Cafu puts it in. Is he going to count?
Third
Looks
time
like
lucky.
it is. 1-1.
Yeah, definitely third time lucky. I think Cafu had two bites of the cherry, missed both of them, but finally gets his toe on it and puts it in the back of the net.
How did he miss that previous one?
I have no idea. I think it might have hit the post. Then he comes back to him. He has a shot, gets tipped onto the crossbar. I'm not sure that putting Cafu up top is the best decision, but he's got himself on the score sheet.
Is Essien claiming an assist there?
I think you always claim an assist. I think even if he'd have hit it off 4 boards and it had landed at his feet, he would have claimed an assist. But I think that there's a little bit of a dispute on whether it should count.
A protest, and the referee is taking some advice here, I think, as to whether that goal's going to count. And because it came off the netting at the top, it is no goal. So it remains 1-0. Controversy here in the opening minutes.
Well, I think just like the players, we're all learning the rules as we go along. And yeah, clearly that's a rule. If it hits the netting above the goal and comes back, it's not going to count.
Well, you say Cafu playing up front. He did score a hat-trick in his team's semi-final at this stage last year. Here's Figo. And Salgado again. Twisting, turning. Bridge holding him off for now. James. Of course, the boards can be used to your advantage. Berbatov. Cafu. Essien. Space is tight here, isn't it? There's not too much room to manoeuvre.
Yeah, it's very tight, and there's some big boys out there as well, so it's even tighter. You can see that they're trying to chop out of...
Berbatov, that's nice! And Cafu scores a legitimate goal this time. There's no taking that one off him. And smiles all around Somerset House as we get the equaliser.
Well, he had to get on the score sheet, didn't he? After the first one was disallowed. There you go, lovely ball into Berbatov, and Berbatov, beautiful little layoff. Cafu first time.
Ashley Williams in possession here. Only played in Europe for Everton and Swansea as well. Save there by James. Essien back to David James. Very much a TV pundit and actually doing his goalkeeping coaching badges at the moment as well, hoping to stay in the game in that sense. Throw it goes to Vitor Bailly. Spent all of his career at Porto, bar a couple of years at Barcelona. Here's Williams. Salgado. Winding up. I don't think it hit the post, I think it hit the board. Makalele trying to get stuck in. Here's Cafu. Berbatov. Essien. They've turned it around. And Cafu's challengers lead by 2-1.
Well, again, it's another Berbatov assist, but you don't want to let Essien let fly from too close. And as soon as it comes to him, you can see that everyone's a bit nervous. We know the power that Essien's got in that right foot, and he puts it into the corner of the net.
Here's Cafu. We are going to getting some live reaction from the games as they're ongoing. Let's see how this attack here with Essien. Well, let's go down now to the touchline. Danny Jameson is with Dimitar Berbatov.
Thank you, James. Dimitar, first question, what's going on? Why are you playing centre-half?
Because I can. That's why.
Simple as that, we need to get your best players on the ball, right?
Always. Take the ball, give it to the best player with the best touch. We take it from there. It's easy as that.
What happened with the disallowed goal up here? Was there like some rudimentary VAR going on? What were the arguments?
You should ask the refs in the halftime, because I think it was a goal. Different type of football this.
Of course, look, it's level 1 apiece. Are you happy with how it's... Oh, sorry, 2-1, of course. We just missed that goal as we were talking. Sorry, Wayne. Wayne Bridge is having a go at me because I've just taken a goal away from them. But you're happy with how it started?
I missed the question, what?
Are you happy with how the game started, Dimitar?
Yes. As long as we win, because we can be friends. On the pitch, though, it's competition, so we need to win.
Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Such a great character, Dimitar Berbatov, a man who's moved into sport politics after retiring as a player. As Figo comes forward here. Pires. He used to play on the other side of the city with Arsenal. Cafu. Pires has found a way over the line. Toe punted in there by the French forward. And Cafu's challengers have now established a 2-goal lead.
Well, Pires just oozes beauty, doesn't he? You know, he looks amazing and his football's amazing as well. Lovely little link up with Cafu. And once he gets through, it's just cheeky. It's a cheeky little toe poke. Ends up in the back of the net.
Here is Pires again. Bosingwa. Of the 2 squads here, by the way, we have 9 Champions League winners, which isn't too bad at all. Here's Cafu. Bosingwa, another former Londoner in his playing days with Chelsea and nearby Queen's Park Rangers as well. David James thinks he can play. That's not a bad ball. Jose Bosingwa. That ball went out of play before it came back in off one of the stanchions here. Luis Figo. Williams. Karamba. Pires. Playing his own game out there. A veteran of these charity and exhibition games these days. Cafu, they've got a 3-on-1. He's hit the post again and gets lucky on the rebound. He's got his second. Cafu's challengers have 4.
Well, I don't think anyone's told Cafu that this is just for a bit of fun, because he's playing the game and he wants to win. He's making sure that he makes his tackles when he needs to, and he's now put the ball in the back of the net and he's on for a hat-trick.
Williams. Luis Figo. Leaves it for Williams. Blocked by the boot of David James. And Cafu suddenly finds himself through, and that is a hat-trick. Through the legs of Vitor Bailly. And Cafu, repeating the feat that he did in the semi-final last year, makes it look so easy.
Well, Cafu was on the winning team last year, and it looks like he wants to be on the winning team again this year. Hat-trick. I wonder if he gets to take the ball on.
I think there's enough balls to go around here. But it's getting slightly embarrassing for Luis Figo's side. Here's Roberto Carlos. And that is the whistle for half-time, and Cafu nearly threw on goal again. Defence not part of Figo's fighters.
Yeah, well, at the moment, the Figo's fighters are struggling to get to grips with this team. You know, they're not really getting many shots in. Cafu's team, on the other hand, seem to have their organisation, seem to have just a really good structure about them, and an out-and-out goal scorer in Cafu.
Plenty of time to sign various autographs here during the half-time interval. There are plenty for Cafu to sign. Let's take a look at these goals again.
Well, it's a thing of beauty, isn't it? You know, the captain leading by example, gets the ball rolling with his first goal. Gets a bit lucky with that one, but he won't mind.
And we talked about Berbatov in this side as well as the out-and-out number 9, but he is the ultimate unselfish striker, isn't he?
Well, I think he gets just as much pleasure out of assisting than he does scoring. You know, he loves to show people what a great first touch he's got. I think he's had one of the best first touches in football in history, and you know, I think he just wants to just go out there, enjoy touches of the ball, enjoy setting people up, and every now and again, I'm sure you'll look to see him put one in the back of the net.
Here is Berbatov. Bridge. Berbatov. Oh, he's hit the post. So nonchalant in what he was trying to do there. The Bulgarian so close to a 6th goal for his side.
Well, he was never going to do it not simply, was he? You know, it has to be a little roll and then a flick. Unfortunately for him, it just hits the post and comes back out.
I think this is damage limitation now for Figo's side. Can Cafu's challengers afford to rotate a few?
I think they can. You know, 4 goals up. I think that they can probably afford to take a player off and play with a man less at the moment.
Oh, Bridge, he's found himself through! And there is another goal for Cafu's challengers. It's the former England international, Wayne Bridge.
Well, it's getting a little bit embarrassing now, isn't it? You know, Berbatov again, I think that's his third assist of the game so far. He's got a hat-trick of assists. And Bridge, I said at the beginning that he'll pop up with a goal or two, and there's his first one of the evening.
Well, so far, we've had 7 goals, and from what I can see, 5 of them have been scored by fullbacks. Here's Luis Figo, angled tight against him. James had it covered. Claude Makelele and Berbatov so brilliantly bringing the ball away for his side. It's Bridge, nearly hitting the strand with that one.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's where the fullbacks should be putting their shots. At the moment, everything they hit seems to be going in, but a little bit of normalisation there.
Salgado into the net. Of course, this all building up to the Champions League final tomorrow between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund at Wembley Stadium. Almost 90,000 people will be there for that. We've got a very good crowd here for this competition as well. The Ultimate Champions Tournament, 2 semi-finals, a third-place playoff, and then the final as well. All games 20 minutes, 10 minutes each half, sorry. And here's Bridge. Of course, it's part of a huge series of events in the build-up to the final and post the final as well. We had a Faithless DJ set at Trafalgar Square, just at the opposite end of the Strand to us here last night. Rudimental are in town tonight, down on the stage there, and Regent Street, the main shopping street here, along with Oxford Street in London, has been closed off for a real footballing festival, with stars popping up all over the place over the course of the next couple of days. So if you're not in London already, get yourself up into the city and check out what's going on. Here's Jose Bosingwa, nearly dispossessed by his fellow countryman Luis Figo. Caramba, Luis Figo looking for a way in, uses the boards in the end. David James finding Berbatov.
There's a lovely fluency about Cafu's team, isn't there? You know, they're all passing, moving. You've even got David James dinking it over people's heads. That's when you know a team's confident.
Jose Bosingwa. Down by Makelele. Caramba. He's going to go for it here, is he? No. Instead finds Luis Figo. Great block against him. And James has it. This is a comprehensive victory for Cafu's side, and it's off the bar and in by Robert Pires. Emphatic finish for goal of the game so far.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal of the game. Pires getting on the score sheet for the 2nd time. And it's just a little shuffle. Salgado goes to close him down, a little body swerve that we've known from Pires in his time at Arsenal, and then he just smashes it, crossbarring in. It always looks better when it hits the bar and goes in.
Cafu. Pires making himself available. Cafu. Still Cafu. Champions League winner with Milan after they beat Liverpool in that revenge match in 2007. Jose Bosingwa. Cafu.
You'd think that Cafu would just stay at the back now, wouldn't you? But I'm not sure if anyone's told him. It's just for fun. At the moment, I don't think losing 7-1's much fun.
Well, it was already condensed, wasn't it, in the early minutes, but things starting to get quite stretched now. Here's Bridge. Cafu. Bridge. Cafu! Audacious! They're turning on the style now, are Cafu's challengers. And the main man has 4.
Well, it seems like they're trying to have a goal of the tournament competition just amongst themselves at the moment. It was Pires, but that cheeky little flick from Cafu could be leading at the moment.
Robert Pires and Cafu off the post, and again Salgado away. Caramba. James off his line, which will unnerve some.
Well, we've only got 1 striker in the tournament, and at the moment that striker hasn't scored, yet his team scored 8, so...
Well, let's go down pitch side, because Danny Jameson is with the captain of Figo's fighters.
Luis, What's going on here? What's happening out there?
Why?
You're losing.
Yeah. It's football.
Were you expecting Cafu to be quite as an effective striker as he's been today?
Well, in a short pitch, yes.
Is that the difference, you think?
Yes, of course it is. It's not the same that play futsal that 11 against 11.
I think that the futsal, that's maybe been the key.
Well, and to move a little bit more, to run a little bit more too.
Well, this isn't the only game today. You have got another one coming after this, no matter the result. What maybe needs to change? What do we need to adjust for the second game?
For us?
Yeah.
Well, I think, like I said before, when you don't run most of the other team, if you don't have the same intensity, more chances to lose.
Hey, there's still time. You're not out of this just yet. Thank you, Lewis.
No more time.
Well, only a couple of minutes left here now. And Cafu's challengers comfortably in possession here. It's not much of a high press at the moment for Figo's fighters.
No, I think it's damage limitations now. You know, I think it's safe to say that Cafu's challengers are going to go on and win this game. But like we say, they've still got another game. You don't want to come bottom. That's the one thing. You know, this game's got away from them, but they've still got another chance to redeem a little bit of pride.
Ashley Williams thrashing one behind. It is a very lush synthetic surface down here. What boots are you wearing if you're going on this?
Well, this is Astros. You know, you'll wear your little pimple trainers on this.
I can see a mixture of footwear though. That's why I asked. Some have gone for the boots, some have gone for the Astros.
Well,
it's a little bit slippy as well.
I've got about 7 pairs in my boot, just waiting for the call-up. I'm a little bit disappointed I've not had it yet, but there's still plenty of time.
Pires carried it a long way here. Robert Pires goes down. Vitor Bayer could be in big trouble. The referee, Tom Amber, having to blow here. Pires taking a knock to the knee. Was that the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity?
Well, that should be a straight red card for me, and I think Robert Pires will be agreeing. This is not the kind of surface that you want to be sliding across on your knees. You know, it's not the wet pitches that they're used to when they're playing. So Robert Pires will be feeling that one for sure.
Berbatov, Cafu, Berbatov. Jose Bosingwa, Cafu inches away from making contact. It really is standing room only behind that goal. Huge crowd have made their way in here, and Berbatov takes them closer to double figures. It's his first of the game. And Dimitar Berbatov there. Man who has capped 78 times for his national team. Still only 43 and making it look so easy out there.
Well, he was always going to get on the score sheet at some point, but, you know, provider turns goal scorer, makes it 9.
Into the arms of James, who's trying to fire his side forward, looking for more. We're into the final 20 seconds. Makelele saved and in by Karamba. A consolation and nothing more. We're into the final seconds now. It is going to be Cafu's challengers that go through to the final. They will be back at 4:30 to take place in the final against either Kakas Kickers or Silver Strikers. Cafu's players did him proud in the end, Aaron McLean.
Absolutely. Listen, they just look like they've got the legs on Figo's team. They were moving, they were passing, and their finishing was excellent. Robert Pires looking like he's just rolling back the years, but you've got to say the captain really stepped up. Brilliant hat-trick, added another one to it, and has led by example.
Well, it started so well for Figo's fighters. Michel Salgado scoring after just 2 minutes. But in the end, 4 goals for Cafu, among others for Essien, Pires, Berbatov and Bridge, have given Cafu's challengers a win by 9 goals to 1. Let's get reaction from one of the goal scorers, Robert Pires.
Robert, first of all, are you okay after that hit just towards the end?
Yeah, no, I'm okay, but this is football. This is high level, and you know, I used to play 7 seasons in UK, so I don't care. So it's football. It's like this.
You're used to the grey skies and the rain at least. Look, a 9-1 win in the first game. Cafu with a hat-trick in the first half as well. Did you realise he had that many goals in him?
Yeah, I realize, and I'm not surprised because I know Cafu. Sometimes we play games like this for the UEFA, for the charity game, and always he's very on sharp. He's very realistic in front of the target. So that's why I'm not surprised. And yeah, he put the team on the good way. At the end, we won the game, so we go to the final now.
A nice goal from yourself as well. Does this all bring it back when you step out here with all these guys?
Yeah, I think this is this is the objective when we play like this together. We meet all the players I used to play with or against. So the most important is to enjoy the game. You can see the crowd is full. It's very happy to see many great players. So for the moment, everything it's perfect.
Rest up. You got a final to win.
Yeah, normally, we reach the final. It's okay, but the most important is always to lift the trophy. So yeah, we will play the final, and now it's to win, of course.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Great to hear from Robert Pires there. Let's take a look at his couple of goals in this 9-2 win for Cafu's challengers. Cafu setting him up for a first, which won't live long in the memory, but they all count.
Yeah, they all count. It wasn't his finest strike, but gets a little bit of luck. But this second one was magnificent. Little body shuffle, and then just fires it crossbar, and then job done.
They always look so much better when they hit the bar and go in, don't they?
Yeah, listen, I don't think I scored many crossbar in my career, but yeah, it's always better when it cannons off the crossbar over the net, over the line and into the back of the net.
Yeah, you didn't leave it a chance, did you? Well, the two sides out for the second game between Kaka's kickers and Silva's strikers. Those two sides just getting ready down in front of us now. And let's take a look at the two sides in a little more detail. Starting with Kaka's kickers. Kaka, the captain. Mendieta, Joe Cole, Cambiasso, Flamini. Cambiasso, by the way, was the player of the tournament last year, so plenty of expectation on him. Mathieu Flamini, who used to play for Arsenal here in London. Mikel Silvestre, who played for Arsenal as well. Who are you most looking forward to seeing from this side?
Well, obviously, I know Joe well, so I know Joe's in good shape. I think Flamini, he's one of the younger ones in the team. I think his movement's gonna be crucial, like we saw in the first game. But I think everyone's looking forward to seeing Kaka and seeing his skills and seeing if he's still got it.
As for the second side, David Silva's strikers. He's the skipper. Thomas Kuszczak is the goalkeeper. Bakary Sagna, Champions League winners Stefan Freud, Luis Garcia, John Obi Mikel, I'm sure will keep things ticking over in midfield, and a bit of steel at the back in Marco Materazzi.
Absolutely. Well, Materazzi is going to be tasked with trying to keep the score down. They don't want to be conceding 9, and I don't think Italians enjoy conceding goals, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more tackles like we saw on Robert Pires in the last game.
Well, the referee for this second match is Kenny Agbula. He's the man keeping charge of it all. By the way, Kaká wearing that hoodie underneath his top, you know he's feeling the chill when you've got an extra layer on like that.
Yeah, well, I think this it's a little bit cold here for the South Americans, so I don't think that will hinder him at all. I think he's got so much class about him, and I think that he'll glide through this game.
Well, looks like we're good to go here. Fans retaking their seats. David Silva there, much decorated footballer, particularly with Manchester City further north of us here. 4 Premier League titles, a couple of FA Cups. See Stefan Freund in the background there. Mikel Silvestre, I'm sure, will be staying at the back. We are underway. And Luis Garcia with an early attempt, which is knocked away by Jens Lehmann, who's still in good shape as well, isn't he?
He is. He looks in great shape. He looks like he'd want to be playing tomorrow.
Good shape, but he has conceded. And Marco Materazzi with a goal inside 20 seconds. What a start.
Well, it seems to be the theme with defenders popping up with goals, and Materazzi, who's supposed to be keeping them out one end, is putting them in the other.
Luis Garcia. Back to Materazzi again. It is David Silva's side in front. David Silva back to Luis Garcia. Here's Kaká. Such a graceful player throughout his career. Flamini. It's a loft one there. Kuszczak just keeping it the right side of the line. Kuszczak, who's recently been the goalkeeper coach for his national side, Poland. Mikel. That's a nice reverse there by Luis Garcia. David Silva, nearly a second.
Got to say, at the moment, Silva's strikers just look a little bit more fluent, don't they? Great save there, though.
Mendieta nearly finding the corner. Kuszczak it was, who was able to palm it away. He's not even wearing the knee-high socks, Mikel Silvestre. Looking like he's on holiday out there.
Well, they're here to enjoy it, so feel good, play good, and he definitely feels good out there.
Silvestre slipping and sliding on this surface. There he is. David Silva hits the bar, and another ridiculous miss there from point-blank range by Materazzi.
Well, David Silva was obviously watching Robert Pires in the last game, but unfortunately for him, it bounced the wrong side of the line and just came to Materazzi a little bit too quick for him to be able to adjust his feet. That was the defender's finish, that one.
David Silva to the chest there of Silvestre. Kaká. Still Kaká. His route to goal was blocked. It's a much more open game than the one we saw first up. Luis Garcia trying to cross.
Yeah, it is. But I've got to say, Silva's team, when they go forward, they just look like they're going to get an attempt every time they attack. And if they get a few goals up, all of a sudden, then the holes that are already there could get even bigger.
Joe Cole waiting in reserve at the moment. Kaká. Nice give and go with Flamini. Kaká dancing his way through. Mendieta. That's gave Kaká a bit too much to do. Mikel. Silvestre. Kaká. Still Kaká. Gaisca Mendieta. Always hit the bar, and it came down, but the referee says it didn't cross the line. Must have been extremely close. And then the ball's put in by Luis Garcia. That is outstanding. How has he done that? Everyone thought it was over and out, and it dropped into the top corner.
Well, I think everyone was looking at the shot that had cannoned off the crossbar, and Garcia, just a little bit of invention there, sees the goalkeeper off his line, outside of the boot, dinks it over him. Beautiful.
And Jens Lehmann just didn't expect it whatsoever. He thought it was over. And that is quite easily the best goal we've seen so far in this competition. Cambiasso getting stuck in for the first time. Stefan Freund with us as well. And a really good tempo to this one. Lehmann off his line. Cambiasso, who can hit them, and does.
Well, Cambiasso was the player of the tournament last year. His team's 2-0 down at the moment, but he knows what it takes to be a winner. They're going to need him to draw on that experience to get him back in the game.
Flamini asking for an option. Doesn't have any. And it's come back here to Kaká. Can they put it in? They're trying to walk it home, and Kuszczak does well again.
Yeah, they're just taking a little bit too long to get their shots away at the moment, Kaká's team. Getting in some good positions, but like you say, they want to walk it over the line, and unfortunately, it's not working for them at the moment.
Stefan Freund close to another there. The ball's been put in, but it won't count. Cambiasso. Chance to pull one back. Kuszczak's done really well so far, but couldn't prevent that. And Esteban Cambiasso makes his mark in London.
Well, there he is. we said he's going to be the man to draw on his experience, and he's the one that's pulled one back for them.
Freud. Forward he goes into John Obi Mikel. Lehmann off his line. Mikel can't quite control that one. It's still alive here for David Silva's strikers. Mikel. Freud. Mikel. See all of the players wearing their classic shirt numbers as well. Sanya across. Can Freud finish? Blocked by his fellow countryman Jens Lehmann.
Yeah.
Joe Cole getting a touch there.
Lehmann was desperate to not concede to his fellow countryman there.
Kaká seeing his efforts saved. If it does go off anyone and behind, it is the goalkeeper's ball. But a close one at the moment with just a few minutes left in this first half. If it is level at the end of the 20, it will go to penalties. Cole, Cambiasso. Materazzi fancying himself as a player there. Is that a little bit of a get-out for defenders if they put the ball behind because it can go back to the keeper?
It's so cheeky for Materazzi, but it's just intelligence. That is game intelligence. He knows that as long as it goes behind the goal, then it has to go to their goalkeeper and it gets him out of a jam.
Materazzi. Sanya forward, Luis Garcia blocked by Lehmann.
Good save there from Lehmann. Stands up big, waits for Garcia to take the strike and makes a comfortable save.
Lehmann becoming an extra outfielder here. Cambiasso. David Silva, Luis Garcia, and into the net it goes. Silva's strikers have a third, and it's Materazzi again. Let's go downstairs to hear from Stefan Freud.
Stefan, you were well impressed by that. Marco Materazzi's turning into quite the goal scorer today.
Of course, I told him he has to play. You always need good defenders, and they will never change. No, I'm joking. We all have fun today, and great to be invited from the UEFA. For me, especially Dortmund is in the final, so you know which team is my favorite tomorrow. And today, to play with former fantastic footballers, world-class players, is an honor for me.
I'm surprised you didn't demand that your team played in yellow today, though.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed, and I will talk to the UEFA afterwards, because if we not win, then I will tell them we have to play again next year.
Well, I mean, we've seen Luis Garcia and David Silva, both of them. I mean, they've never lost it, have they? They look like they could play tomorrow if needed.
It's unbelievable. Both have a quality with a ball I never had. The first touch, outstanding. I would beat them 1-against-1 without the ball. But with the ball and the finish and everything, it's great to watch. And it's so enjoyable to play with them. Ah, what a day.
Good job there on your team, the way, Stefan. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Always good for a chat, Stefan Freud, in good spirits, which is great to see. He's in good spirits at the moment because his side lead by 3-1. A rare aerial challenge, one there by Luis Garcia. We are approaching half-time here at Somerset House. Home to a number of events over the years. We have seen an ice rink here in the past as well, very much a staple of the Christmas calendar. David Silva. And put into the arms there of Lehmann, who gratefully receives from Bakary Sanya. Cole, lovely pirouette once and twice. Joe Cole! Oh, it was so close to the perfect ending.
That would have been the goal of the game so far. Two lovely little pirouettes from Joe Cole, just showing his class. Unfortunately for him, just can't beat the goalkeeper and his team going 3-1 down.
Well, Luis Garcia scoring an outrageous goal, but Marco Materazzi with 2 of his side's 3 so far. And at the break, it is Kaká's kickers 1, Silva's strikers 3. A very quick drinks break here as well. It is a damp afternoon, but fluids needed for both of these sides. A very high-octane encounter.
Absolutely. Listen, like you said, the legs aren't what they used to be. You know, the brains are still working, but sometimes the legs just don't carry you through. So a nice little break for the lads, rehydrate, and then go out there another 10 minutes. And if it's as entertaining as the first 10 minutes, then we're in for another good game.
Well, we know that Cafu's challenges have been already more than challenges. They are into the final. We are waiting to see who they are going to face. One of these sides will have to turn around very quickly indeed and take place in the third place match. But the winners will have a slight rest. We are back underway for the second half. Joe Cole trying to get stuck into Sanya there. And Materazzi using the nets to his advantage again.
Honestly.
Very sly.
I'm surprised we've not seen anyone follow suit. You know, he's done it twice now, and I'm sure there'll be a few out there just taking notes. It's very cheeky, but it's intelligent.
Kuszczak getting the ball back as well as he knocked it off his opponent there. Which team of the four that we've seen now have impressed you the most so far?
Well, I don't think you can look past Cafu's team. You know, they were dominant. They looked really good. They looked athletic. They looked like they had a real understanding. Every team's got stars in it, you know, so it's just a pleasure to watch.
Cole. Still Joe Cole. All the flicks and tricks. Materazzi. Was cut out there by Silvestre as it was attempted to be fed through there to Mikel. Mikel Silvestre didn't score too many goals in his career. Was close there. Cambiasso. Cross goal it goes by Mathieu Flamini. Cole. Flamini, it's got to be no. David Silva is there. Only 38, David Silva, by the way. Just about the youngest we've got here in this tournament.
No, he looks terrific, though, doesn't he? Still looks like he could play now.
Mikel. David Silva. Jean-Obi Mikel off the bar. And the break's on here with Cole. Cambiasso alongside. It's got to go back to Cole. It does. And Joe Cole misses.
Well, there's one for the history books. You wouldn't expect Joe Cole to miss from there, what, 5 or 6 yards out? Puts it wide. He'll be disappointed with that as well.
David Silva. Sanya. Mikel. Kuszczak. Atmosphere building here in London ahead of the showpiece final tomorrow night between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund at Wembley Stadium.
Materazzi just tried it again there to flick it up and over so that it would go out for a goal kick. Ends up kicking it out over the boards and nearly into Matt Smith's face. That would have been nice.
Yeah, our presenter just leaning on the boards there to his own cost. Bit of a duel in front of him as well. Mikel. Only 2 goals in this. A lot closer than we saw in the first semi-final. Kuszczak there with another save to deny Kaká.
We need Kaká's team to get a goal back now. Really make it interesting.
David Silva. Lovely reverse. Sanya. Who's he got? David Silva. Trying to place it. It was well blocked.
I think the tempo's just slowed a little bit now. Well, we're 14 minutes in. I think it's just starting to affect a few of the lads. Lehman's up there now.
Cambiasso, Mendieta, Flamini. Mikel is there for Silva's strikers. Lehman off his line again, but he could be in trouble now. He's left an open goal. Cambiasso defending. David Silva and Mikel. Can they finish? Eventually they can. And Stefan Freund has a goal.
Well, in trying to push for to pull one back, they leave the back door open. You've got to say, Silva's team work it really well, and Freund ends up putting it in the back of the net. I think that's game.
Freund had a playing career. Holds another goal there. Lehmann off his line to his cost again, and Silva's strikers are running away with it now. 5-1.
Well, Garcia again, just clever. Sees the goalkeepers out of his area, just whips it around Lehmann into the back of the net, gets his second of the game, and he's on a hat-trick now.
Mendieta trying to bend one. It's an unassailable lead now with 5 minutes to go, do you think?
Yeah, I think this is going to be game over now. It's just going to be how many can they get? Can they get to the line that Cafu's team got to?
Mikel trying to poke one beyond Jens Lehmann. It is going to be a Silva striker's ball. Oh, on the volley, and Luis Garcia has a hat-trick.
Well, that's a magnificent hat-trick from Garcia. The first one, a little lob. Second one, clever play, just whips it around. And that one, he just fires it left foot into the top corner. Lehmann, absolutely no chance.
It's like beach soccer on grass. Luis Garcia rifling it home. And there's a little goal of the tournament competition developing here now. As Kaka's kickers nearly get a goal back. Freund away. Sanya didn't fancy it against Lehmann. Who would?
Definitely not me. Lehmann's a big boy. Sanya's not the smallest either, so would have been Battle of the Titans there. Be interesting to see if Garcia is looking for that golden boot. He's on 3, Cafu on 4. Will Garcia look to try and get 1 or 2 more, put him top of the leaderboard?
Luis Garcia
and he does.
Beats Lehmann again. Equals the 4 goals that Cafu chalked up in the first semi-final. And fans young and old absolutely loving it here at Somerset House.
It's a clever little finish, that one there. He just bounces it into the ground, just bobbles over Lehmann, gets his 4th goal of the afternoon.
And it now is turning into an absolute thrashing. Luis Garcia. Freund have made the run.
I suppose the one positive is the 2 losing teams would have both conceded a hatful, so they should be fairly evenly matched.
I think Joe Cole has won a free kick here of sorts.
Well, he's trying to give his former teammate, Obi Mikel, a piggyback there, I think.
Mendieta, Kaká, the skipper. Can he provide some inspiration here? He hits his own man once and scores with the second attempt.
Lovely, lovely little finish. Plays a 1-2. I'm not sure he really meant to of Mendieta, but once he comes back to him, he just opens up his right foot, passes it into the side netting. Lovely finish.
Suspicion of handball or not?
Well, we've got no VAR here, I'm happy to say. So
You're a VAR.
When I say it's a goal.
It's back here with Lehmann. He's got all the flicks and tricks, and he lost it there for a second. Here's Cole. Came close to scoring an outrageous goal in the first half. Kaká. Cole. Can he bend it here? Well, blocks, but Kuszczak handling outside his area. What's the referee giving here? Surely has to be some kind of punishment there for the Polish goalkeeper.
Well, I would have said it was a red card and it would have given them a chance to maybe get 1 or 2 back, but it ended up being a throw-in. Strange decision.
We haven't seen the throw-in so far. I don't think they're supposed to exist. Here's Luis Garcia. Mikel. Jean-Louis Mikel. Freund! And Jens Lehmann showed him far too much of the goal. And Stefan Freund grabs another goal for Silva strikers, who are going through to the final.
Well, he gets the 8th goal for Silva's team, and they just need 1 more now to equal the score of Cafu's team.
We could be in for 2 identical scorelines. if they can score with this attack. Mikel. Sanya, Luis Garcia, blocked by Lehmann. Flamini, Kaká, Cole, misses the goal.
Well, 15 seconds. 15 seconds for Silva's team to go up the other end and try and get that 9th goal to equal Cafu's result as well.
Well, he might be on the losing side, but he's been one of the outstanding players in this game, hasn't he, Joe Cole?
Oh, absolutely. He's still got it. He's still got it in those feet.
Last attack here. We're in added time. Sanya. Freund. That's time. Silva strikers through to play Cafu's challengers in the final of the 2024 Ultimate Champions Tournament. Luis Garcia with 4 goals among 8. Kaká and Cambiasso for the losers. But Silva strikers were quite outstanding, Aaron McLean.
Yeah, they were. Luis Garcia pops up with 4 goals, takes himself joint level with Cafu at the top of the goal scoring leaderboard, but they were magnificent. You know, they looked energetic, they looked youthful. There's a few old boys out there, but rolling back the years and a really deserved win.
Well, let's take a look back at some of the key moments in that one. That's how it started, through Marco Materazzi way back when. He got the first. Luis Garcia with an unbelievable lob here.
Yeah, it was just cheeky, but it just shows his football intelligence.
Cambiasso got himself on the score sheet. David Silva helping link one of the goals together as Materazzi knocked in another. Joe Cole with this piece of skill. Didn't quite have the finish at the end of the move. But quality all over the pitch.
Yeah, there was, and as the game went on, you could see Silva's strikers just took control. You could see they were the fitter, more youthful team, and they just took the game away from Kaká's. But both teams, great performance, really enjoyable to watch. And like we say, it's all for fun. It's great to see these legends out there.
Yeah, strutting their stuff here at Somerset House, a location that dates back to 1547. Let's get some reactions from one of the heroes, down with Danny Jameson.
Thank you, James. Aaron, you might be saying it's all for fun, but Lewis, this isn't for fun, is it? You guys are really fighting hard out there.
Yes, normally we start like this, easy, playing around, and the moment there's the first goal, the competition is started, and we are all very competitive. I mean, these legends have been legends because of that mentality, and in the end you can see it. We go for it.
And 4 goals from yourself. I mean, you're rolling back the years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't scored as many. I mean, the size of the pitch is perfect to run around, and the goal is always close, so you give it a try, and today I was lucky.
What's it like, though, being back out there with players that you played with, players that you played against?
No, it's fantastic. We use these opportunities to get together, catch up, try to inspire a lot of young generations. They are coming and they are following all these amazing players, and of course to have a good fun.
Well, your international teammate David Silva is your captain today. You've got a final to play now. What do you think his message is going to be to you guys ahead of that final?
No, of course, it's try to win it. No, David is the first time he's coming to this kind of games, and he was quiet. I'm sure he's going to bring the best of him in the final, and we want to win it. That's it.
Buena suerte. Good luck.
Gracias.
Thanks very much, Danny. We will be getting underway with the 3rd place match pretty shortly. And we can have a look now at the 2 sides who are going to be competing for 3rd place. Back to Figo's fighters. Who impressed you the most out of this side, Aaron?
Well, I think Salgado looked, you know, he still looked like he's still got it. But they didn't look as youthful as Cafu's team. I think that they're going to have to run a little bit more. They're going to have to look at the younger ones. Maybe, you know, your Ashley Williamses might have to do a little bit more of the leg work if they're going to get anything out of this.
So they need a bit more of the strength of Roberto Carlos, maybe?
Well, yeah, you know, I think that they need to let Roberto Carlos have a shot or two, because, you know, we've seen what his left foot can do when he catches hold of it. So, yeah, I think Carlos is definitely going to be one of the ones they're going to need to lean on.
Yeah, Salgado and Christian Karenberg got the 2 goals for them. For Kaka's kickers, we've just seen them. Who needs to step up?
Well, I think Joe Cole was the standout player for them. You know, I think that he's still got it in his legs. He's still got the flair and the flicks and the tricks. He just needs to hit the target now. So, you know, they've only just come off, so will they be a little bit tired? We'll have to wait and see, but it's set up for a good game.
Well, let's get down to the action. Teams are ready and waiting. The referee for this one is Zach Ikram. He's the man in the middle. Two legendary midfielders are the captains for this one. And a nice moment for all of these referees as well. Many of them officiate non-league in England, but to be taking charge of some of the players like this, a real career highlight for them.
Oh, well, like us all, you know, the opportunity to watch these kinds of games and to commentate on them, you know, it's a magnificent, you know, it's an honour to commentate on this game. And for the referee, I'm sure these are players that he's grown up watching. So he'll want to enjoy it. He'll want to make sure that none of them are shouting at him by the end. But, you know, it's all good fun, and it's there for everyone to enjoy.
Looks like Kaká's won the toss here and wants to turn the teams around, trying to get every single advantage possible.
Yeah, Figo never looks happy, does he? He always looks like he's complaining about something. So I'm sure he's going to be complaining that he has to run around in this as well.
So here we go. A cheap giveaway there to Ashley Williams. He's going to go for goal from the off into the arms of Lehmann. Does it help coming straight back out to play? Do you need a rest? Is it better to be on your game as they've just been in the last 20 minutes?
I'm pretty sure all of these players would have much rather the rest, that's for sure.
Figo hitting the post in the opening stages. Williams hitting Lehmann. Well, nearly an own goal. Lehmann still has the reflexes.
Well, you see, Williams is higher up this time, so he's obviously seen that defenders have been getting on the score sheet, and he thinks, you know what, I might as well try my arm as being a striker.
Salgado back to Vitor Bailly. Incredible now that it's been 20 years since that Porto side won the Champions League under Jose Mourinho. What an achievement it was back then.
Oh, a magnificent achievement. You know, that team. Ooh, there's Figo. He's finally turned up. It's the second game. Figo shows what he's all about. Rifles it across the keeper, into the corner, rolling back the years and gives his team the lead.
Just put his foot through it. I think it'd be disrespectful to say hope for the best, but found the corner. Salgado, Figo. Makalele. Salgado. Williams. I know you're playing in a charity match tomorrow, Aaron. How much enjoyment do you get out of it when you see all of your old friends again?
Oh, it's brilliant. You know, once you're retired, the opportunities to get out there and play with, you know, past players is few and far between. So when you do get out there, you just want to go out and enjoy it. Show people that you've still got a little bit in the legs. But it's more about the, you know, the environment. These guys will be loving it. There's so many legends out there. So the opportunity to go and play with each other again is, you know, it's definitely one that they enjoy and they embrace.
Lehmann on walkabout again. Mendieta. Salgado tries to poke it back. Kaká. Mendieta squeezes it home, and that is the equaliser.
Lovely little finish. Sharp little turn from Mendieta. Kaká just rolls it into him. He just rolls his body, opens it out. Little toe poke into the far corner. Gets his team back on level terms.
We are rattling through the games here. Oh, he's lost it, and Figo's in again. Is that a penalty? The ball's in the net anyway. I think the referee's going to let that one stand.
Yeah, I think he'd rather take the goal than have to take the penalty. It ends up in the back of the net, so puts his team back ahead.
I'd love to know if these referees have got cards in their pocket or not. We could have seen two keepers go already.
You'd be brave to give one of these guys a card in this, that's for sure.
Kaká, Mikel Silvestre. And again, the Frenchman. Champions League winner with Manchester United, Mikel Silvestre, against Chelsea in the Luzhniki Stadium as it used to be before it was remodeled in Moscow. Williams away, and a deflection there that nearly helped out Kaká's kickers. Silvestre and Kaká points to the sky in celebration. It's 2-2.
Well, like we said, this is going to be a much more evenly matched contest. 2-2, both teams getting on the score sheet. Kaká there with just the simplest of tap-ins after Silvestre's cross.
And we're back underway. Karambeu. Williams. Karambeu. Figo looking for a hat-trick. Beaten away by Lehmann.
Well, you don't want to let Figo step inside.
Off the post again. Both sets of goalposts here have been hit a number of times already this afternoon in this competition. Silvestre. Cambiasso.
You can see both teams don't want to be the out-and-out losers in this.
Oh, Gaizka Mendieta, stop it.
It's cheeky. It's so cheeky.
What a ball this was here from Mathieu Flamini and Gaizka Mendieta. Well, he just waited for Vitor Bailly to come off his line. Lovely finish.
He just draws him out. It's almost like he's got eyes in the back of his head. As soon as Bailly starts to come out, it's the cheeky little back heel, puts his team 3-2 up.
Here's Cambiasso. Silvestre. Lehmann. Cambiasso. Free man far side is Mendieta. Cambiasso. Kaká's kickers kicking their way to third place as things stand.
Last year's player of the tournament just steps inside and just rifles one right foot into the top corner. Gives his team a bit of a cushion now.
Well, John Obi Mikel is one of the players involved today, and he's been sharing his thoughts on what's been going on so far.
Hi guys, this is Bakary Sagna. I hope you're good. We're here in London, ready to assist to the amazing Champions League final tomorrow. But today it's about us, it's about the legends. We're here for a nice activation, and I hope you're enjoying it. The atmosphere is great, and I'm looking forward to more. One love.
Vitor Bailly. No further goal-scoring action, as we heard from Bakary Sagna there. Karambeu, Figo, is Makelele, challenged aggressively by Lehmann, and the counter's on here. Joe Cole, lovely footwork, and he can poke it home as well.
Well, it's great defending from Lehmann, first of all, to set Joe Cole off, and Joe Cole does what he does. Good close control, rounds the goalkeeper, pokes it in the back of the net.
So 5-2 they lead. Looks like it's going to be fourth place for Figo's fighters. Cole finding a strong left arm there of Vitor Bailly. Karambeu. It's over by Lehmann. Cambiasso. Here's Mikel Silvestre. He finds Salgado. Luis Figo. Still the Portuguese. Luis Figo. No sign of Roberto Carlos at the moment.
No, I think Carlos is just taking it easy. I think he's seen what Cafu's doing and thought, you know what? I think I'm just going to have a rest today. I'll let my former teammate take the plaudits today.
Silvestre, nice pick out. Cole, the former Chelsea and West Ham man, scores a sick for Kaka's Kickers.
Yeah, well, we said that Joe Cole was probably going to be the standout player for Kaka's Kickers, and he's really stepping up to the plate. Lovely little body swerve there, shifts it out of his feet, finds the bottom corner.
Well, Gaizka Mendieta has scored 2 goals so far in this third-place playoff. He's now with Danny Jameson.
Thanks, Jane. Geiger, 2 goals for you. How are the legs holding up, having to play back-to-back?
It takes a little bit of a time to adjust to the pitch, to the fast. It's quite sticky on the grass, but yeah, we'll get in there eventually. Maybe too late, but we'll get in there.
But how have you enjoyed this event, being back with so many teammates and old foes?
No, it's a crazy. It's unbelievable how we get all together. Today, I think it's one of the best, with more players, former legends. We got together, but also with the fans. When you come here and you see all the people here with the t-shirts, recognizing the players, I think it's unbelievable. Yeah.
I need to ask about a couple of players that you've been playing with. Joe Cole has been busting out the skills like he's 17 playing with his mates again. It's been unbelievable to watch. What's he like to play with?
He is, no, he's still got the skills. A few roulettes. I think we need to work a bit on the cardio, but other than that, the technique is intact.
Thank you, Geiger.
You're welcome.
Half-time here at Somerset House. Joe Cole certainly feeling it. He might need to lie down ahead of TV duties tomorrow night. But at the moment, Kaka's Kickers leading by 5 goals to 2.
Yeah, Kaka's Kickers have, they've really put their foot down now. And I think it's actually 6. I think Joe Cole scored the 6th goal, so they've got a comfortable lead. I think they needed that because, they've just played. They've had to roll straight into the second game, but you asked whether or not it would be of benefit. It seems at the moment that it is.
Yes, so it is 6. 2 for Mendieta, 2 for Cole, Kaká and Cambiasso, all on the score sheet so far. Let's take a look back at Joe Cole's efforts in this game to date.
Well,
Found himself through here one-on-one.
Yeah, it's the breakaway. Lehman doing some brilliant defensive work, sets Joe off, and he just rounds the goalkeeper, slots it in. And then this one here, stands up Karambeur and just rifles it right foot into the far corner. We've seen that plenty of times in the Premier League, and we've seen it out here today.
Yeah, he's certainly been thriving off the atmosphere here at Somerset House. Building that was originally built back in 1547 by Edward Seymour, the Lord Protector and Duke of Somerset, who just felt like he wanted to build himself a palace.
It's all right, isn't it?
Didn't end too well for him, but less said about that, the better.
Go on, tell us what happened.
As Matt was saying earlier, there were plenty of royals that lived here over the years. It was once known as Denmark House, eventually renamed Somerset House. And footballing royalty out here today. Luis Figo. Do you see any way back for his side here?
Well, if Figo can, roll back the years like he did in the first half, get a couple more goals, then they could get back into this. But you've got to say, you just fancy Kaka's Kickers to really put their foot down and go on and get a few more.
They might have another. Vitor Bailly denies Mendieta. Straight into Luis Figo, who rolls it home.
Well, there's the one.
And it's a hat-trick for Figo.
He'll probably still be complaining. He doesn't look happy, does he?
Not feeling it.
I think it's the running. I sympathise with him.
Well, I did see him play up in Glasgow a couple of years ago, a full 11v11. He looked quite comfortable there. Maybe it's the fast-paced tempo that we've got here at Somerset House that isn't really working for him.
Yeah, and there's some young boys out there. There's younger than Figo. So I'm sure that the amount of running that he's having to do, and like you say, there's no respite on this pitch. It's short and sharp.
Little kick out there from Cambiasso maybe on Makelele. Here he is again, Luis Figo, the captain, chasing a 4th goal. Kaká. Cambiasso. Mendieta can't hold it. Salgado. Luis Figo, he'll go for goal again. Williams in the middle. Figo!
There you
He's
go.
doing all the hard work himself.
Well, we said if there was going to be any way back, that man's going to have to pop up with a few more, and he's duly obliged straight away. 2 more, and he gets his team within 2.
Well, they're slowly chipping away, aren't they? Clawing their way back, goal by goal, and still plenty of time left on the clock as well. You never know, we might be heading towards the first penalty shootout here in London.
That would be nice.
Silvestre. Mendieta. Lehmann. Flamini. Another down by Salgado. Williams. And to Ashley Williams. He's missed again. He has had so many chances across the 2 games, and he's been so frustrated that he hasn't been able to take any of them. Salgado. He's got another one here, but he's not going to beat Lehmann from this angle.
Oh, he nearly did.
does.
That would have been an embarrassing moment for Lehmann.
Silvestre could still lay it on a plate here. Mendieta and Kaká gives him a 3-goal cushion.
Well, you can't give Kaká that kind of opportunity and think that it's not going to end up in the back of the net. It's a lovely little pass and just a cushion finish from Kaká into an empty net. 3-goal cushion.
A bit of a pause here.
Figo doesn't want to come all the way back to the halfway line.
His step count's going up at least. Here is Luis Figo. Towards Salgado. Lehmann. He really fancies himself out there, doesn't he?
I think he'd want to get out on pitch if he could.
Here's Joe Cole. Saved by Vitor Bayer. So let's go down here from Christian Karamba.
Christian, it's getting towards the end of this game. How are you feeling, first of all?
Still competitive. No, I think we just try to enjoy ourselves here within the fans, and of course very grateful to be here to participate, but also to share this moment with them.
When you've had quite the week, you were out in Athens, Olympiacos won the Europa Conference League. Now you're here on the eve of the Champions League final. It's been an enjoyable week.
Finally, we have a trophy in Greece, and Olympiacos has a great... yes, I think that it was a dream come true, and now it's reality. And we are now European champion and for eternity. So we are very happy, very proud. But of course, it's just a beginning.
And look, looking back to today, you've got Luis Figo as your captain again today. What's he been like as a captain?
Listen,
he's quite frustrated.
He's a leader. He wants to win. Of course, obviously, he wants us to do more. But you know, we came here just to enjoy. But he wants more. So he's still competitive.
Wish you the best of luck.
Well, another couple of goals. Mikel Silvestre scoring a few moments ago for Kaká's kickers. Luis Figo once again making his mark.
Well, Figo gets his 5th of the afternoon, and he like Karamba said, he's a winner. He wants to win. We've seen over the years he's a born winner. With what he's achieved over the years, I'm not surprised, but I think this game's probably just got away from them, and it's 8-5 now. 3 goals needed. They need to look to that man again.
Makelele looking for Luis Figo, who I think was asking him to go for goal. It's not really what he did. Cambiasso. Vitor Bayer on the line. Luis Figo. Makelele scores this time. And Figo's fighters are not done yet.
Well, there's only 2 goals in it. There's only 2 goals. The scoreboard's incorrect at the moment, but it's 8-6. 2 goals. Can Figo drag his team forward?
Well, Figo's on for the golden boot, but his side, at the moment, are going to finish 4th. Here's Cole. Kaká is looking to roll that one home, and Luis Figo again. Is he going to score? Lehmann spreading himself. And Figo says he was blocked off. And the referee buys it.
Oh, he's bought that free kick. He should have done it earlier. But once he held on to it, he drew the free kick. Cambiaso's
trying to take the referee's whistle here. Oh, he's giving it to Figo because he's saying that Figo is refereeing the game.
It's good to see these players,
you
know.
Referee's going to his pocket.
Oh, no.
Hang on a second. Cambiaso is yellow carded. Well, at least it wasn't the red. Figo asking for VAR. I'm not sure we have that facility today. He might well protect that area. With all that messing around, they have lost some time here, Figo's fighters. Williams trying a little reverse across there for Michel Salgado. They've got to get that 7th quickly here, Figo's fighters. Otherwise, it's going to be all over for them. A 9th would kill it anyway. Kaká just away. Makelele. Here he goes, Claude Makelele. Luis Figo square. Can he find him? He's bullied off the ball in the end.
Yeah, Makelele not known for his attacking prowess, and unfortunately
Kaká
just can't
across, and
find.
Cambiaso surely now secures 3rd place for Kaká's kickers.
Well, you got to wonder, should Cambiaso still be on the pitch? Could the ref have given him a red instead of a yellow? He doesn't, and I think Cambiaso probably ends the tie.
One of the Champions League winners in Kaká's side, a winner with Inter under Jose Mourinho against Bayern Munich at the Santiago Bernabeu back in 2010. Williams, Makelele, still Claude Makelele. We've got just a minute to go. Williams, Salgado, straight at Lehmann. I was about to say the fans haven't been shortchanged. It is free entry here at Somerset House, but they haven't been short on entertainment, have they?
Oh, absolutely. It's been magnificent. You know, to see these stars out here still playing, still enjoying it. You know, for any fan that's had the opportunity to come into this wonderful, wonderful arena, you know, they've been treated today.
Lehmann. Cambiaso being hacked at there by Salgado. Cambiaso. Once loose. Cole almost making him pay. Kaká. Mendieta with the feint there. And the referee blows. It is all over. And it is victory for Kaká's kickers as they come out on top of this duel. 15 goals overall, crucially 9 of them for the Brazilian side. And they, Aaron McLean, take 3rd place.
Yeah, they do, and I think you have to look at Joe Cole. You know, I think Joe Cole was probably the standout player for Kaká's kickers. Stepped up with a couple of really important goals. Figo rolled back the years, ended up with 5 goals in the game, but unfortunately for him, it wasn't enough for his team to get anything out of the game, and they will finish bottom.
It was looking like at one point they were going to claw their way back into it, but it wasn't to be. Congratulations to Kaká. His side finish in 3rd place. Well, let's go down to the captain. Kaká is now speaking to Danny Jameson.
Ricardo, you won one game at least. Are you happy enough?
Yeah, no. Actually, I wanted to play the final, but it's okay. We enjoyed the game. Be in this football atmosphere, be with some teammates, ex-teammates, friends. It's always good, very, very good. So I enjoyed, but unfortunately, I lost the first game. We won the second one, 3rd place, but I hope next time we can make the final.
How are you feeling, most importantly? Because you had to play back-to-back games. It can't be easy, right?
No, it can't be easy. So we played 40 minutes straight. So it was good training as well for us. But my team is in a good shape. And as I said, I hope the next year we can be stronger and make the final.
You're going to be sticking around and watching the final. Do you have a preference of who wins?
Oh, I'll support Cafu. So I'll support Cafu teams. I think they are very good. And I hope Cafu can win. And also, they can beat the team that beat us in the semi-final.
That's the most important thing. But look, this as an event, though, how much do you enjoy just being back out there and playing competitively?
Oh, it's really nice. It's amazing. As I said before, every time that I can be on the field, playing, enjoying this, I love this sport. So for me, it's always nice to be in this atmosphere, supporters and everything. It's really nice. Thank you, UEFA, to organize something like that, because for us, it's really important.
Thank you very much. Obrigado.
De nada.
Great to hear from Kaká there, one of the stars of the game of years gone by, and great to see him still enjoying it so much, Aaron.
Absolutely, you know, there's some great characters out there. You know, not only great footballers, but great characters, great people. And it's good that they come back and give back, you know, to give to these young fans, for them to come with their shirts and their flags, getting signatures of these legends. You know, it's a magnificent event, and, you know, one that it's an honor to be a part of.
Well, we are heading towards the final now here at Somerset House. There is going to be an official ceremony to this final. The team's ready and waiting in the corner here on the main pitch. And at the moment, Aaron, who are you backing for the win here?
Oh, this is a tough one, but I think it's difficult to look past Cafu's team. You know, I think they looked really strong in that first game. They've had a nice rest, so they should be ready to go again.
No chance of the muscles seizing up?
Well, it doesn't look like there's any chance of Cafu's muscles seizing up. You know, the way he performed in that first game, and he looks in great physical shape. So, yeah, my money's on Cafu's team for this one.
What a fullback he was back in his playing days, Cafu. Now 53, the former Palmeiras, Roma, Milan right back. 142 caps for his national team, Brazil as well. No one has ever won more caps than him. Pure legendary status. We are just waiting for the signal to get going here. Just a recap of the teams across the bottom of your screen. If you are just joining us here, wherever you're watching from around the world, it's good to have your company for this Ultimate Champions tournament here this afternoon. And that iconic music is sounding, which means we are almost ready for the final. The final before the final, which comes tomorrow at Wembley Stadium between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. There's a couple out there who aren't moving too easily. I think I can see Michael Essien, who's gone back into the tracksuit and is hobbling about. But they're all lined up now and ready to go for the final of the Ultimate Champions Tournament. And a great moment as well, Aaron, for some of these youngsters being paired with legends of years gone by.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm sure the parents of all these kids would have grown up watching these legends, you know, perform in the Champions League, in their domestic leagues, and in world football. You know, World Cup winners out there. So it's brilliant for not only for the kids, but for the parents as well.
Who's going to step up in the final? We are about to find out. It is going to be Silver Strikers against Cafu's challengers here at Somerset House. This is what they came for. This is what they wanted to be involved in the final. Who is going to lift the trophy at the end of the afternoon? Will it be David Silva? Will it be Cafu? David James had a shaky start, his team's semi-final, but they eventually made it through. Conceded after just 2 minutes. Berbatov's just been out there enjoying himself, hasn't he?
He's been loving life. You know, he's been dragging it out of the sky, he's been flicking it, assisting, popped up with a little goal of his own, and he'll be looking to be the main man out there on show in this final.
And Cafu, can he keep his goal-scoring exploits going?
I'm sure he'll hope so. You know, he's seen a few people creep above him now in the goal-scoring charts, so he's going to have to make sure he's got his shooting boots on if his team's gonna win this one, and if he's going to take home that Golden Boot trophy.
Luis Garcia had a fantastic semi-final as well. 4 goals he got, including one from the halfway line against Jens Lehmann.
Yeah, Garcia, another one who's looking to take that top spot. I think Figo leads it at the moment, having got 5 goals in that, you know, the losers final. So both players are going to have to make sure that they're on the score sheet, and it will be a shootout.
And we're underway. The final of the Ultimate Champions Tournament. Cafu's challengers against Silver Strikers, live here from Somerset House in London. Well, we thought we'd started. We have officially now. Here's John-Obi Mikel. Well, Essien's out there. That's the furthest man forward at the moment for Cafu's side, but we'll see how long he lasts. He didn't look like he was going to play when he walked out onto the field.
Yeah, I think it was just his lazy walk that was disguised. You know, it was a little bit of a disguise. Make them think that he's seized up, and then all of a sudden he rips the tracksuit off and he's out there.
I'm glad it's you that called him lazy, not me. He's not coming round my house later.
Just don't tell him I said that.
Berbatov. And Joe Cole's been one of the stars of the show so far. Let's hear from him now.
Joe, you've just been described as one of the stars of the show this afternoon.
I don't feel like it. To be honest, it was great. You know, it's really a treat to play with all the, you know, the legends of the game. Really good fun. Just a shame the Greens are too good. I fancy them to win. Like David Silva, Luis Garcia's finishing's been brilliant. You know, John Obi's he's
still got it, hasn't he?
5'36", so yeah. Unfortunately, I think age caught up on us. We were third place is all right.
Now, my sources tell me that your tactics today were give me the ball and I'll do the rest. How would you rate your own performance today?
Average. No, I was like, I should have scored more.
We had some skills though.
Yeah. I scored a few goals, a few good skills, but if I'd have been a bit more clinical, I think we maybe would have been in the final. So I take that on myself. Better next time.
Oh, we saw you a couple of weeks ago having a little trial at Brentford. Has that like reignited the spark? You want to get back out there?
It's so much fun. Like I still try and play with my pals for as much as I can for fitness, because I hate going to the gym and love playing football. But when you play with like even older elite players, or going into Brentford was brilliant. Do you know what I mean? So that was fantastic.
Look, the final here, you've got 2-year-old teammates, Wayne Bridge and John-Obi Mikel. Where's your heart? And Michael Essien as well. Where's your heart? Where's your head for this final? And Basinga, of course. It's all Chelsea, this, isn't it? Where's your heart? Where's your head for the final?
I fancy the Greens, simply because David Silva, but I want the Reds to win for Bridgie, because I know he's gonna feel it tonight with his bad knee.
Joe, appreciate it. Hope you're not too sore tomorrow as well.
I'll be all right. I'll live.
Good man. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you.
Joe Cole has been loving it out there. Who's going to be loving it come the end of the 20 minutes here? Materazzi trying to find the net. But he's ended up hitting something, I think. It's come at cost. Joe Cole's looking for a pen. It was going to cost Materazzi in the end, wasn't it? Far too cocky.
It's always going to cost him in the end. You know, great shot there of Joe. You know, just shows the type of character and type of person he is. He was brilliant out there today, and now he's going and, you know, signing the autographs. What a great day for everyone that's gone to watch, to be able to go and meet the stars and get your autographs and you know, have a conversation with those guys. You know, hats off to all of them.
Cafu's challengers very nearly through and had a 2-on-1 there, but the whistle went for the foul. Luis Garcia. No goals yet in the final. David James has given the ball away, and it comes at a cost as well. It's been put in, and it's the captain, David Silva, who's fired his side in front in the final.
Well, we've seen David James, you know, doing this little chip all afternoon, but that time there, he just gets caught on it, chips it into David Silva, and you don't want to give David Silva the ball at his feet when he's 4 yards out, because you know where it's going to end up.
Silva's strikers looking to play their way forward here. Of course, the Champions League final just over 24 hours away. Aaron, where are you hedging your bets at the moment?
Well, it's difficult to look past Madrid. You know, they just seem to have a knack of winning games when it looks like it's got away from them. So, you know, I fancy Madrid, but I think it's going to be a tough game. It's one I'm really looking forward to seeing, and I'm sure I'll see a few of these guys limping around after today.
And Luis Garcia has added a second. They're well on course now. Our David Silva strikers fired home across the body of David James.
Well, Garcia's fired himself, joint top of the goal-scoring charts with Luis Figo at the moment. Needs one more to be the out-and-out leader. I'm sure Cafu's got half an eye on that, and will want to get his shots in sooner rather than later.
More like Silva's Spanish strikers so far. Cafu. Jose Bosingua. Pires. Taken early there by Luis Garcia. James. Jose Bosingua. Pires. To the crowd it goes. Came close to winning the Champions League. Pires, a runner-up with Arsenal against Barcelona in Paris back in 2006. Cafu. Back here with James. What's he looking for here, David James?
Well, he's looking for that little chip again, isn't he? But
I think Jose Bosingua was saying, just give me the ball, let me do the work.
Yeah, I don't think he should try it again. He got caught last time, and it led to a goal, so I think he needs to just keep it simple now.
Pires. Scoop over the top, looking for Essien. It's back here with Kushta. Luis Garcia. He's clearly been staying off the carbs since retirement.
Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he?
45 now, Luis Garcia. Off target there.
It always helps when you've got a couple of players in your team that are still really mobile. You know, you look at David Silva and Garcia in the Silva team, and they're both really mobile, fluent in their movement. Always helps. But here's 2 times Champions League winner.
And Jose Bosingua gets Cafu's challenges on the board. They needed that.
Well, it's a lovely little finish. You know, once he goes forward, it just brings it onto his left foot, caresses it into the corner, gets his team back in the game.
He, another of that famous Porto side that won the Champions League under Jose Mourinho. And won it again with Chelsea in Munich back in 2012. Only a goal in it here. James. On to play. a couple of minutes left in this first half of the final. I'm not sure if they've got a masseur or masseuse on hand, but I think a few of them might need it after this. High intensity stuff. Here's Bridge. Cafu. Pires. Oh, he was waiting. Taken away from him by John Obi Mikel.
Well, those long legs of John Obi Mikel just about got there to poke it away. And then
Luis
sets his team off.
James narrowing the angle. Playing the percentages game in the end as he spread himself. Goal scorer Jose Bosingwa. Pires. Straight at Kuszczak, who we understand was actually a late replacement, but he stepped up very ably indeed.
Oh, he stepped up and he might find himself on the winning team the way it's going at the moment. He's been very good.
James out of his area again. Freund. Freund, who played in England here with Leicester City in a loan spell, but also had a permanent spell with Tottenham and went on to coach them as well.
He was great for Tottenham, wasn't he?
Of course, London's such a footballing hotbed, isn't it? Several Premier League clubs, many, many more in the lower leagues as well. Just about every borough you drop into, there's a club of some standing, isn't there?
Absolutely. You know, there's just so many good players in and around London that go on and have fabulous careers, and you know, we've seen a few out here today.
Materazzi, Sagna. Half-time whistle imminent here at Somerset House. Sagna, Materazzi to set it back there. Sagna with a slight pull on Berbatov. Good save by Thomas Kuszczak. Still the referee plays. Materazzi, Luis Garcia. A second for him in the final, and a sixth for him overall in this competition.
Well, that puts Garcia top goal scorer of the tournament, and at the moment in pole position to go and lift the trophy.
Mikel. And that is half-time, after a minute of added time. And at the moment, it's looking good for Silver's strikers. They lead by 3-1. Luis Garcia has been the star of the show once again.
Yeah, well, Joe said, didn't he? He said that he fancied the Greens. And he named David Silva as the main man, but that man there, Luis Garcia's been outstanding. 6 goals now in the tournament, out and out top goal scorer, and looks like he just might be the man to fire his team to the trophy.
Well, David James gave the ball away there. That was David Silva's opener. Luis Garcia across goal for number 2. Jose Bosingwa pulling a goal back for Cafu's side. And Luis Garcia once again caressing one home from the edge of the box. But this final's not quite done yet, is it?
Definitely not. We've not really seen much of Cafu in this final yet. I'm sure he's going to have his say at some point in this game. But at the moment, David Silva's team are in total control of this.
At the break, it's Cafu's challengers 1, Silva's strikers 3. Bird's eye view for us there from the top of Somerset House to see the early proceedings in the second and final period here. Free kick given by the referee. Taken quickly to Cafu, and again Cafu. Essien. His Bridge. Berbatov, Essien, Given away, and the counter's on here. David Silva deflected and in. So unfortunate there for David James. But Silva strikers now have a 3-goal lead.
Well, it just takes a ricochet off Cafu and loops over the left arm of David James and into the back of the net. He'll be disappointed with that one, but there's not a lot you can do with the deflection.
Essien, Berbatov. Well, Cafu, having been one of the outstanding performers for his side in their semi-final, hasn't stepped up goal-scoring-wise, has he, in the final?
No, he hasn't. Well, I tipped him to be the standout player in this final, but we've not seen a lot of him, and the first time we do see him, he's deflecting one into his own goal.
John Levy Mikel, Sanya. Sanya again. David Silva. Just off target there. Berbatov. Still Dimitar Berbatov. Essien. Oh, it's given away. John Levy Mikel hasn't got too much in the way of support. David Silva. He's looking for someone on the outside who's not there. And Sanya scores anyway. Took that extremely well there. Well, not his natural side.
Well, David Silva just rolls it into him. Takes a touch out of his feet and thinks, you know what, let me try and fire this near post. And I think this could potentially have put the game out of sight for Silva's strikers.
Bridge. It's going to beat Thomas Kuszczak with that. Freud. Kuszczak. Materazzi. Materazzi. Trying to shift it onto his left, which he's done. Denied by James. Cafu. Materazzi getting absolutely everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, Materazzi wants to win. It's that winning mentality in these Silver Strikers players. They're attacking and then they're working hard to get back behind the ball as well.
Sanya. He's sported many different haircuts throughout his career, but looks like he's gone for the basic trim now.
Yeah, it's more relaxed on this time.
Cafu. Berbatov. Cafu. Hitting Freund, who might have hurt himself there. Berbatov. Essien. Doesn't want to hit it. Bridge can't. Berbatov does. And this getting really stretched now. Materazzi.
Materazzi just cheating.
Oh, and James has lost it. Did have a certain nickname in his playing days, which he has lived up to on occasion this afternoon. Bridge. Kuszczak showing a safe pair of gloves. Materazzi.
Well, Materazzi's playing the target man role now.
David Silva. You can tell he's only just retired. Great confidence, poise, finesse, and composure in front of goal. And his side is surely going to be lifting the trophy now.
Yeah, it's a great little bit of play. He just reverses it, gives David James the eyes, whips it into the top corner.
Into the final 5 minutes here. Luis Garcia. Mikel. David Silva. Jose Bosingua. Pires. Well, there Pires trying to weave his way through. Stopped by David Silva. Is it a bit of a cheat code having David Silva on your side, given he's only just come out of the professional game, or not?
Without a shadow. Even if he had been out of the game for 10 years, I think he's still a cheat code. You know, especially in these types of games. Ooh, good
and
header
a
from
rare header
Essien.
here, scored by Michael Essien, has just given Cafu's challengers a sniff, and nothing more but a sniff.
Good little header there from Essien. Gets ahead of his man, just flicks it into the corner. But on David Silva, yeah, you know, these small-sided games, that type of player is, you know, they're unplayable at times, and he still looks fit, still looks sharp, and he still wants to win.
Shot by Josie Masinga goes over. Let's go down and hear from Wayne Bridge.
Wayne's getting late in his final. Still got a sniff, do you think?
No. No. It's horrible. It's horrible out there. I was eager to get out there, 6-1, and it kept me off. My knees are in bits. I'm not made for this anymore. I enjoyed it. I think the break from the first game killed me. My knees have just seized up. I need some WD-40 or something.
Well, we were going to say, because we were talking to Guy Mendieta, who had to play back-to-back, and saying that was obviously very difficult, very fatiguing, but that break in the middle's maybe worse.
Oh, the breaks killed you. The break absolutely kills you. But you know what? Like, I'm impressed with like some of the lads, like especially the ones that are older than me, still put it about. Greens are just physically still got it. They can still run around a lot more than the others. But I've enjoyed it, to be fair, apart from that last 5 minutes.
It didn't look like you enjoyed it too much out there when you went back on. But the overall day, you had your kids here as well on the pitch. I think I saw in between they've enjoyed it.
Kids have loved it. Do you know what I mean? It's my oldest who plays a lot of FIFA, and he knows all their players are. He's buzzing to see them, and just seeing Figo having a little kick about him, it made my day. It made his day. He's his favourite player. But you know what? We're all competitive. Just saying, then it's the body wants to do it. I mean, the mind wants to do it. The body ain't giving me anything, mate. I'm impressed. Garcia should still be playing. Silva should still be playing. Like that, they're very good, very good.
Stefan Freund, I think he's in his 50s. Oh.
Some of Joe Cole's skills, unbelievable. He should still be putting it about. Just 20 minutes at the end of a game, do you know what I mean?
They all reckon they can still do it. Wayne, I hope you can walk tomorrow. That's the important thing.
Believe me, I'll be struggling to get up and down the stairs.
Appreciate your time, Wayne. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
That must be really hard as an ex-pro when you really want to be able to do things and you know your mind, you know what you want to do, but you just can't put it into action.
Yeah, unfortunately, age catches up to all of us, and you know, it just shows what good players some of these are. You know, that they're able to just still go out there and you still see glimpses of it. You've got one or two, your Luis Garcias, your David Silvas, who you can see clearly have still got it physically and mentally. But it's just a great occasion.
Well, time almost up here. Silva strikers on the verge of glory. Luis Garcia. David Silva. Mikel. Freund. Final seconds here now at Somerset House. A final that went to penalties last year. No need this time around. And I don't think anyone can have any complaints in the end, can they, about the ultimate victors here?
No, I think that, you know, Joe Cole called it early. He said that the Greens looked the sharpest, and obviously from here, you know, both teams looked really good in their opening games, convincing wins, but you've got to say, in this game, the Greens have dominated it, and rightly so, they end up victors.
Silver Strikers have won the 2024 Ultimate Champions Tournament. Captained by David Silva, spearheaded by Luis Garcia. David Silva grabbing a hat-trick in the final, but Luis Garcia's performances across both matches were absolutely superb. And Silver Strikers are the winners here in London at Somerset House, winning the final by 6-2.
Brilliant day. Great performance from Silver Strikers. Commiserations to Cafu's team, but a great occasion. Brilliant event from UEFA. Brilliant to see so many legends out there going and giving everything. You know, Figo, Cafu, Kaka, amazing names in the games. And at the end of it, that man there, Luis Garcia, will take the golden boot. 6 goals in all. But I think David Silva was possibly the standout player for me in both games. Led his team to victory, and he'll be going on to lift the trophy.
Well, Memento Mini Champions League match balls being launched into the crowd here on all 4 sides. Mementos for those who've come down and braved the weather in central London today. And I've certainly seen some of the best players from the last couple of decades.
They were Thomas Kuszczak, Marco Materazzi, Robert Perez and Kaká. But the winner of the player of the tournament is Mr. Luis Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, give Luis a big round of applause. Joel from PlayStation, do the honours. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. A quick word with you then, Luis. Your fans are all assembled here today. Can you sum up how good this experience has been today?
It's fantastic. We have to thank everyone who came here to watch the game. We have a lot of fun, and hopefully next time we'll bring more players, more football, and more fun.
And isn't it great to see so many fans turn up here today to see all you guys, because you have entertained us when we watched you playing for your countries and your clubs, but there's nothing better than seeing you guys get here together and play a game.
No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to catch up with the lads, to have a good kick around, always try to put on performance. We are competitive, you've seen, but in the end it's all about the show, to bring a nice and fun game, and I think that people enjoy it.
Fans really have as well. But the one thing that always amazes me, Luis, I've been lucky enough to play in some of these games, get invited to play these games. What amazes me, you guys never ever lose your competitive spirit, right?
Never, never. The legs, we lose the legs, we lose the speed. That's the first thing that you lose, but we are competitive, and we like to play this game. We have passion about it, and we show it today once again.
And you've been playing since you were a kid, so why should you stop now, right?
Yeah, exactly, and I'm sure that we'll be 16, we'll try maybe slower, but we'll try again.
Please can we get an invite to see that as well?
Let's try, but I would like to be there.
Luis, thank you very much indeed. Congratulations, lovely to see you. Muchas gracias, thank you.
So Luis Garcia, the player of the tournament there. And in the end, especially for that outrageous goal he scored in the semi-final, probably worth it alone.
Well, he scored some beautiful goals, didn't he? Some cheeky ones. And like you say, that outrageous little flick outside of the boot over the goalkeeper. And rightly so, takes home the player of the tournament and gets the golden boot as well.
So celebration time for David Silva, Luis Garcia, the player of the tournament, and all of their teammates as well. Any unsung heroes in there? Materazzi played a starring role.
Well, Materazzi was fantastic, wasn't he? He was cheeky in the defending end, kept kicking it out of play so that he'd get a goal kick. But at the other end, he was playing as a target man. He popped up with a few vital goals as well. And yeah, he's definitely an unsung hero for Silva's strikers.
Well, we'll obviously try and hoover up a bit more reaction. I think Danny Jameson's just getting set to have a little chat with Luis Garcia, who's picked up the player of the tournament with all those goals. Very impressive. Looks like he could still do a job for one of his former teams. Atletico Madrid, Barcelona or Liverpool might be watching with interest. In fact, I think if I nip across, Danny is ready to speak to Luis.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Luis, not just the winning trophy, but player of the tournament as well.
Not bad, not bad. It's been a good day. It's always a pleasure to be here, to be part of this amazing group of players, of legends, and try to put a good show. I think the players, we had so much fun, and I think the people enjoy.
And you had to be a bit of a leader, I suppose, with those goals. I think you ended up with the top goal scorer as well in the tournament.
I don't know. I scored a few, but I don't know how many. And again, small games are always fun. I always like that. And today I was in charge of scoring, but I had an amazing team together. I think with Materazzi, with David. What a pleasure to have the chance to play with David Silva, just retired, and look sharp as always. And again, it's been fantastic.
Well, we talked to Joe Cole during the final there. He was saying that the Greens were just so physical, that you could run more than anybody anybody else.
It makes a difference here. If you are a little bit sharper and you are a little bit fitter, it's true that it helps a lot. It's true that because it's small, the runs are not as big, but it always helps a little bit, yeah.
Congratulations, well done. You got to find somewhere to put that in your trophy room now?
Yeah, I got some space left, so I'm going to try to put it there. Actually, again, it's a pleasure and an honor to receive this with so many talents here.
Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Very impressive, wasn't he, Luis Garcia? Ably supported, as you rightly pointed out, by David Silva. If you've got the legs, I've clearly got the football technical ability and the brain to go with it. It is a package that's always going to shine, even when the spirit is failing, as it was in one or two plays. Let me bring James and Aaron back in, because, Macca, you and I watch good goals week in, week out, and there were some belters here today, and Luis Garcia, I think, scored 2 or 3, if not more.
Oh, there were some beauties out there, you know, but Luis Garcia was probably the pick of the bunch. I think Robert Perez at one point was trying to rival it, but the quality of his striking, you know, I think Joe Cole said it earlier on, that he could easily still be playing at some level, and him along with David Silva, I think it's almost a little bit unfair to everyone else that those lads are on the same team, because they were magnificent today.
No, they really were, and we're seeing some of the highlights. Although, I tell you what I actually enjoyed from the sidelines, amongst all the antics and the gameplay, and Materazzi turning into the pantomime villain, Luis Figo was so annoyed with his teammates. The competitive fires inside him are still burning that fiercely, that even though he was scoring 4 or 5, because his defenders were letting him down at the other end, he was livid as he went back to the halfway line. It was terrific to see, because that's what's made them the great players that they've been in the past.
Absolutely. You know, we said it. I don't think he smiled all day. I think maybe when he walked in, and hopefully when he walks out, he'll have a smile. But during the games, he wants to win. You know, unfortunately, like we said, age catches up with you, and your mind knows what it wants to do, but your body just won't quite carry you there. And he was frustrated, because every game he's gone into throughout his career, he's wanted to win. He's a born winner, and his trophy cabinet shows that. But unfortunately for today, he just couldn't get his team over the line.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. I think, as Joe Cole said to me as he came down for a chat after his second match, the brain still sees the pass. The feet might get you there, but the legs and the lungs are lagging. My thanks, of course, to James Fielden and to my old mucker, Aaron McLean, for their brilliant commentary throughout the afternoon. Thank you, of course, to all the fans that turned up here at a beautiful Somerset House, to the players who've put on a show as you knew they would, and, of course, thank you for your company. It promised to deliver the ultimate Champions Tournament, and I think it did, and we got the rightful winners, led by the brilliant still David Silva and the ever-energised Luis Garcia. Silva's strikers, worthy winners and ultimate champions. Who wins tomorrow at Wembley? Well, you just have to tune in tomorrow evening to find out that one. Thanks for your company. See you next time.